MS makes a mess, man. Hi, friends. It's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video. As I learn more, I'll continue to bring you my stories. This one's about multiple sclerosis in particular. MS makes a big mess, I've learned. There are several diseases out there that do things like this to you. It's kind of like an invisible disease. I just kind of wanted to touch base to let people know what's happening. And this is just from me, just from my side. It might differ to different people, different cases, that kind of thing. And just so you know, I'm still learning. So as I'm coming across these issues, I'm going to bring them out. That's, I don't know, it helps me, it helps other people, that kind of stuff. When you develop multiple sclerosis, say ppms, don't be surprised when things happen to you, ugly things. Like, for example, I've lost a massive amount of weight, and all my muscle tissue, in my opinion, I don't look the same anymore. I don't move the same. I'm not as strong. Actually, what's very strange is you have a particular weakness that overcomes you when you have MS. And that weakness does affect everything that has to do with fine motor skills, your fingers, your feet, your wrists, your ankles. My teeth are kind of going brittle. I don't know if that has anything to do with, well, I'm assuming it is. I never really had teeth suddenly break on me, so I have to go to a dentist, and I might be facing my first root canal, so we'll see what's going on. I take particularly good care of my teeth, and I brush my teeth. That's another thing, brushing your teeth. You gotta pay attention to a lot of things, and the first thing, well, not the first thing, but I'm noticing now that I can't do anything the way I used to. I have to pay attention to everything going on around me. So that means being mindful. That being mindful shit, that could make you sick of it. Like, you get tired of it. I can't say other MS problems equal what's happening to me, but I have ppms, and your mobility goes way down because of your muscle function. You can't walk the same way, you can't move the same way, and it's kind of like a slow burn. It starts a certain way and then it just gets worse, and worse. That has to do with the primary progressive. um, there's secondary progressive multiple sclerosis and relapsing and remitting. I always have this hope that I'll fall into some kind of remission and I'll get my strength back, and I'll put as much weight on as I can and try to make some sense of what the hell is going on. If you have good vision, that kind of goes out the window. My vision is not good anymore, and it starts with the double vision, so you see double vision quite a bit. Things get blurry, so there's a reason why I'm telling you all this, because the frustration level kind of goes through the roof. And don't panic when these freakish things happen to you. Your speech kind of goes, or it gets worse. You know, I used to talk a lot different, and I don't anymore, and I don't see different, I don't move different. And that's kind of what I'm saying, is a lot of weird shit is going to happen to you, and it's going to make you want to panic. It's going to make you want to freak out. And that's kind of totally fine. I mean, I've had my moments, don't get me wrong. I've spent quite a bit of time crying, wondering why, what the hell is going on? Why is this happening to me? What did I do? That kind of stuff. Everyone's gonna have opinions about everything, so that's it's gonna disappoint you. Some are gonna be awesome, but then some are, because you're gonna think that you thought you had the right way down, and come to find out you might not have had the right way down. Not that there is a right way or exists. Just for me, for myself, I think an overwhelming amount of stress and pressure and just heartbreak kind of broke me. So if that's happening to you, try to pull yourself out of it. Don't allow that to happen. Cognition stuff adds up. Things don't make any sense, and you don't remember stuff, and you forget stuff, and it's kind of like that slow burn thing I was telling you about. It gets worse in time, and the best you could do is be patient with yourself. And I tell myself all the time, hey, listen, you're sick. Your brain is in all kinds of bad shape. You're gonna forget stuff. You're gonna be all kinds of out of whack. There's this thing they talk about called brain fog, and it's common with a lot of things, but I mean, in my particular case, it's a little crazy because it's a little more than fog. It's you can't make sense of anything. You can't see, you can't talk, you can't walk, you can't understand anything. And it's kind of like it comes down to this pain thing and this discomfort. When somebody feels the way I do, like this ridiculous kind of pain, uncomfortable, that switches. Like there'll be this horrible feeling, then there'll be this pain. Basically, it's like you're in this daze all day long. You can't focus on anything when that's happening, and you certainly can't get upset, and you can't let things bother you so much when that is happening to you, which does make it tough. Because the number one thing that I've noticed for myself is I get frustrated with myself more than anything else when the brain fog hits, when the lack of mobility hits, when my teeth break, and when all these bad things happen. You want to freak out. You want to just lose control and punch something and just act all kinds of crazy. So for me, in my journey so far, I have learned I have to be patient with myself. Things are gonna get worse. Don't panic when they happen. Confusion, brain fog, forgetfulness, they're all very big parts of multiple sclerosis. When those things happen, you're gonna get very frustrated with yourself because you can't make sense of anything. You can't move the right way. You can't talk the right way. You can't see. You're gonna get mad at yourself, and that's why I'm putting this video out there. Is you kind of have to be patient with yourself. You understand that you're in a new boat now, and that boat might get worse. It might sink. Who knows? The trick is to not panic. I'm noticing if I start to freak out or I start to feel bad, it makes things way worse. So you kind of have to pay extra close attention to who you're around, what you're listening to, what you're doing. I myself, I love to experiment, so I'm going to look into future things in the future. I've already done everything that hasn't worked for me yet, so there's still a lot of things that I can try. If I do come across something that helps me, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know. Thanks for watching my video on multiple sclerosis, and understand there's different degrees of it, and they all suck, man. If someone is diagnosed with MS, your world is gonna fall out from under your feet. It changes everything. And the degree as to what you have MS leads to that hopefully you don't get frustrated. Hopefully you be patient with yourself, and hopefully you learn to love. Of course, you're gonna have your bad days and your good days with that.